start the Q&A session. I will share you a very little bit about meditation. So when we start to do meditation, at the beginning, so difficult to concentrate on a single object. Therefore, as a beginner, first few weeks or few months, you mainly concentrate on your breathing in and out. Doesn't matter the air going through the left nostril or right nostril, doesn't matter. Just focus on your breath. At the beginning, you have so many thoughts. Still, it's okay to all the thoughts let come. Mainly, you focus on your breath in and out. First, when you breathe in and out, you mainly focus the air around your throat. You need to feel the air is going, in and out around the throat. Just focus around there. Then slowly, also you can move your focus around your heart. Heart. Also, you just focus the breath or the air going in and out all the way to heart. Then also you can focus around the navel. The air is going in and out all the way until the navel chakra. So when you're able to focus the breath, the air on the navel chakra, then slowly you will feel your breath become more slow, more shallow. When you feel your breath become more shallow and move more slowly, then you feel the physical pleasant. Physically, you feel very comfortable, very joy, very happy. When you're able to feel physically, you are very bliss, very calm, and the breath becomes very shallow. This means your meditation is, going on the right path. So when you reach that level, then you start to do meditation on first impermanence. Because among the Four Noble Truths, truth of suffering, first Buddha introduced impermanence in order to remember death, in order to reduce attachment, ego, anger. The concept of impermanence is very important to practice. So when you do meditation on impermanence, first you realize the gross level of impermanence. For example, in Singapore, we don't have a 4 season, but still you can see the weather is changing, according to the months. When you look at around the tree, when you look at around the park, you can see the tree is changing, the flower is changing, the grass is changing. And also when you look at your own picture, which is you has taken 2 years ago, 1 year ago, recent picture. When you compare the two pictures, also you can see you also have been changing physically or mentally. Particularly, you can see physically you are really changed. Then you will realize the gross impermanence. So when you realize the gross impermanence, therefore it's very easy to go more deeper level of impermanence. That means if there's a subtle impermanence, therefore there's a gross impermanence. For example, the flower, you can see, the last week the flower was very fresh. Today, the flower is not that fresh as 1 week before. The changes happen because the change is not change within just 1 hour. It's changing momentarily. There's so many, subtle level of changes that you can see the gross level of impermanence. When you remember impermanence, then you remember the death. When you remember the death, then you will remember you need to take another rebirth. Then you will realize being born, taking rebirth is never end. There's no ending. At least you know the main cause of the samsara. When you realize there's no really ending of samsara, you need to born again and again in samsara, then you will feel, definitely I need to get out. I want to be free from this kind of, cyclic existence. When you feel I need to free from the cyclic existence, then you need to think how I can break the cyclic existence. Then you need to realize, you will realize what is the main cause to have this kind of cyclic existence. Then slowly you will notice, the ignorance. Ignorance is a mind which has a totally the mistaken view or wrong view. For example, the conditioned phenomena, the things are which is depending on condition, causes and condition, we call conditioned phenomena. All the conditioned phenomena is changing momentarily. Everything is changing moment by moment, but we haven't realized. Therefore, we have a mistaken view about impermanence. Same way, everything, particularly all your belongings, all your friends, and yourself, we think we are exist. We are exist is a permanently is wrong. No, cannot be exist permanently because you can see everything is changing. This means it's true. Nothing exists, nothing can be permanent. So when you think about permanent, impermanent, something exists continuously for many years. It doesn't mean the thing can be permanent. For example, the timing is always there. It doesn't mean it's permanent. The timing is changing momentarily, but the continuum of the timing, the continuum of the life is there, but still is changing momentarily. So Therefore, all the conditioned phenomena never be permanent. We think is permanent, is lost forever, so we are mistaken. Second, we think things exist kind of very independently. For example, when you look at a car, we can see, oh, there's a car. This is my car. This is your car. Yes, but we never analyze what does mean car, how the car exists, establish the car. When you look at it from far away, you can see there is a car. When you point very close to the car, in front is not a car. The behind part also not a car. In middle part also not a car. So when you enter in the car, still you really cannot find which one is really car. That means the car cannot be just one single phenomena. The car is the combination of many parts, depend on many parts. That means the car is not exist singly. Exists established with many parts together. But each of the parts is not a car. The combination all put together, that the combination of the things also not a car. That means, where is the car? Is there a car? Yes, there is a car. Then, if there's a car, I try to find which one is really car. I cannot find, then how I can say there's a car? So, if you have this kind of thoughts, that means you are quite close to realize the truth nature of the car. It doesn't mean you already realize the emptiness of the car. You are very close to the, you are very close to realize the emptiness of the car. Therefore, first you need, very stable mind in order to enter into the real meditation. Therefore, first you start through your breath. When you start to do meditation, something else object, like a flower, you can use the flower as an object of meditation. But when you visualize that flower, then slowly you can have a distraction mind, because you can see the color, then you feel to like the color, the shape, and also the fragrance. It has a shape, it has a color, it has a fragrance. Then you start to have an attachment, desire, hatred. Therefore, when you focus on your breath, you cannot see the shape, you cannot see it has a color, you cannot feel it has a fragrance. Therefore, it's a very neutral object. So therefore, at the beginning, you focus on your breath. Every day, beginning of the meditation, you start to do meditation on your breath. First, you need to feel the air is going through your nostril and feel around your neck, in and out. Then slowly move to the heart, in and out. Slowly you move around the navel chakra. When you're able to focus around the navel chakra, then definitely then you will feel very pleasant, very calm, very happy. That means you try to have the physical pleasant. Haven't reached to have the mental pleasant. When you have the physical pleasant or physical, this pleasant sensation, that moment, if you check your breath, it's become very shallow, very slow. Also, you're able to stop breath in and out for quite a long time. Then, next, when you do meditation on impermanence, very easy to focus on one single object, which is impermanence. And also, during the Lamrim class or during the puja, I always ask everybody meditate on compassion, love, and kindness. Here, very important, I feel is very important, we must know how we do meditation on different objects or different things. When you do meditation on impermanence, emptiness, that time there's a emptiness, impermanence, or object. Then mind is subject. The mind can look at in the impermanence. Need to look at. Then you can see the subject and object is separate. Then when you do meditation on compassion, actually in Tibetan words, we say, you familiar your mind with compassion. So when you do meditation on compassion, there's not really object and subject. For example, a sentient being can be object of the meditation of compassion. When you during the meditation, you're not just looking at the sentient beings, the suffering, sentient beings. You just look at the sentient suffer sentient beings, but your mind need to transform as a compassion. Your mind fully need to transform into love. So you must know how to meditate on compassion and love. For example, you have piece of iron, steel. When you heat long time the iron in the fire, then the iron become very red. Actually, the iron turns into like a piece of fire. That time you cannot see separately the piece of iron and the fire. The iron completely turn piece of fire. So when you do meditation on compassion, your mind completely transforms into compassion and love. So when you need to do meditation of, very the hidden quality, very hidden quality of the Buddhas, like body and speech and mind, is true hidden. You cannot realize, even though you cannot imagine. That time you need to have a strong, just simple, strong aspiration to achieve all the very secret, the hidden quality of the Buddhas, like body and speech and mind. Therefore, please, you must know how to meditate on compassion. usually we don't want to use the own compassion. Let's say, focus or visualize the suffering sentient beings and transform your mind into compassion, transform your mind into love, transform your mind into bodhicitta. So this I want to say at the beginning. So thank you so much. Now we can start to have a question answer. Please start.
Yes, Geshe-la.
Yeah.
So if I start now, I have two questions from Teresa Lee. So first question, Geshe-la.
Yes,
so
please.
You have mentioned that it's beneficial to do prostration 3 times in the morning and in the evening. So the question is it okay to prostrate anywhere because I do not have an altar? And what type of mantra is suitable to recite while doing prostration?
Very good question. Thank you so much. I said many times. First, I say simply, I say yes, you can do prostration in the morning, afternoon, anytime, definitely is okay. You can do prostration anywhere is okay. You no need, an object, you no need an altar, you no need, not necessarily to have, image of the Buddha, whatever, you no need. You just remember the Buddha and Bodhisattva or Guru, you can do prostration. The prostration, there are three kinds or 3 types. The physical prostration, you do like this, or you can just rest of your hand like this. Bow down, and do just like this. Also is prostration. And in verbal, you can say, I prostrate to the Buddha, I prostrate to the temple, I prostrate to the statue, is verbal. But mentally, you can do the prostration, you pay respect mentally. So right now you are, I think, living in Singapore. Singapore is very multiple, multicultural, multi-religions. People live, very close to the different religion people, different culture people live very closely. So when you do prostration, you have to be very careful. So when you do, kind of more religious things, and the people next to the people who follow different religion, maybe they may don't like you. So whatever you do practice, do very secretly, not openly. Therefore, even though when you go by bus or in a train, when you see the temple, when you see the stupa, when you see the big image of the Buddha, you can do mentally prostration, or verbally, very silently, or you can do like this. It's definitely okay. You can do anytime, anywhere, no need altar, no need any image, but you must, visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, any Buddhas. And also, I said many times, all our practice, prostration, making a mandala offering, daily offering, incense offering, light offering, making donation, every religious, the action, the positive action must be antidotes of one of the negative thoughts. Doing prostration, mainly antidotes to pride and ego. It become antidotes of pride and ego, or at the same time you are accumulating a lot of merits. So doing prostration, there's a different style. In the long prostration, short prostration, or I can see according to Chinese tradition, there's a different way, do like this and like this, like this. Also it's okay. At least you are doing prostration physically, mentally, verbally. So many of you have been, meeting, you meet, many Tibetan master, Tibetan Rinpoche. Therefore, you can learn Dharma from Tibetan masters. You don't have to be, please, you don't have to be like Tibetan. You don't have to follow Tibetan culture. You don't have to follow Tibetan Buddhist culture. Definitely it's okay. You completely follow, like Chinese Buddhist culture. You can wear according to the Chinese culture the clothes, or you can do according to Chinese Buddhist culture the prostration is okay. So therefore, simply, you can do prostration anywhere, anytime, no need any object of, like a statue and picture, no need. And also related to the holy object. It's very sad. Many people bring, like a statue, tanka, picture, Dharma book in TBC. Look like TBC is, the, what do you call, trash bin. If you don't want, you must clear yourself. Don't bring in TBC or don't bring another center. I don't think they need so many, they don't have enough place to keep these things. Therefore, at the beginning, we should not collect too many, like a religious object, many pictures, tanka, statue. So while you are alive, you can take care. After you left, after you pass away, all the holy object, all the religious object become piece of trash. Because your next generation, they are not ready to keep them. They are not ready to follow, your lifestyle. Thank you. Second question, please.
Geshe-la, the first question also asking what are the suitable mantra to recite while doing prostration?
So I think I can see many people are very interested about the mantra, recitation mantra, because I feel, very interesting. When His Holiness asks you to recite mantras, then after that, I can see in the WeChat, so many people chatting here, which mantra is good. When people are very interested in mantra, then the teaching. Actually, the best, if you really want to chant in the Sanskrit, you can say, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sangha. It's kind of mantra. When you do prostration, you must say Namo. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. Or you can also, you can say Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. Do prostration. After you done the prostration, you can recite 3 times, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangha Sharanam Gacchami. That means you are taking refuge into Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So don't worry about the mantra. If you really want to do the mantra, there's a multiple mantra prostration. Namu Sushiri, Namu Manjushiri, Namu Uttama Soha. Namu Sushiri, Namu Manjushiri, Namu Uttama Soha. This is, we according to Tibetan culture, we recite this mantra while we doing prostration. So no need to recite this mantra. You must recite, Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. Just do prostration while you recite this mantra. Okay, second question.
Yes, thank you, Geshe-la. Second question is, how do I explain to an elderly, a senior, who has the perception of listening to Dharma is actually equal to a person teaching or brainwashing the mind? So the elderly thinks that there is no use in listening to Dharma all the time. And reality is the most important, focusing on the job, focusing on the family now. For your advice, please, Geshe-la.
Also, thank you so much, this question. Also, brainwash. So it's a very, negative words. So somebody is a very angry person. Let's say he or she is a very angry person. She felt, the person think it's okay to be angry person. If I'm angry, I can fight. They always think it's good to be angry. Then the person friends, he or her friends realize he's very angry, is no good. Then slowly, his friend or asks to him or her, you're always angry, is not good. It's not good for you, you're not good for your family, you're not good for your friends, you're not good for anybody. Angry is bad. Then slowly the person teach how to reduce anger, how to practice compassion. Slowly the person become very calm, very happy person. It look like, the friend brainwash. No. So actually when the person follow the advice from other person, is good for them, is ultimately good for them, not just believe in good. It's really good, we not consider as a brainwash. So when you see the elderly people, they are not interested in Dharma. If you talk about Dharma, they thought, oh, he or she is, he or she is me like brainwashing. He or she is putting me a lot of unnecessary thing in my mind. Therefore, if you really want to advise to the elderly people about Dharma, very important, first you change yourself. Before you are very angry, very short-tempered person, after you attend, Dharma class or listening quite often about the teaching, slowly you become, no more short-tempered, no more angry person. You become very happy, very calm person. Then other people can see, oh, you change. Somebody will ask you how you change. You are very angry, now you are very compassionate. Before you don't care anybody, now you become very caring person. How is calm? Then you can reply, before I was like that, now I am changed because of study of Dharma, practice of Dharma. Then other people definitely easily follow your advice. Without you changing yourself, if you try to give advice, other people cannot be changed. So also you must know, because I think at the Precious Garland, so next time I will send you the copy according to this advice. What Nagarjuna said to the king. So when you have a very difficult person, you must give the truthful advice, very truthful, with a compassion mind. Also, you need to know the right time to advise. First, you have to tell them the truthful, meaningful, important. So when you say, you know how to say. You no need to use the word of religion or dharma. You can use different terms. Oh, you feel low, you feel very stressful. Why don't you do this? This is good for releasing stress. That means how to explain. Third, when you should give advice. Somebody is very angry, very busy. This moment, if you try to teach or try to give advice, they're not going to listen. Therefore, the right timing is very important. Even though some of you are mother or father, your children is very difficult children. definitely you want to give advice. They are not ready to listen advice. Therefore, you need to wait until the right time. So, even though with a sense of compassion, if you give advice to the elder people is very good, but you need to know the right time, how to explain. This is my answer for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Geshe-la. So we move on to another question. Quite similar, difficult people. So this question goes this way. So this question is asking, if someone isolate himself, so when we are talking to him or her, this person is ignorant and this person walk away. So if this person meet up with other people, other friends or other outsiders, this person will become very talkative. So how can we get close to this person?
Okay, that means some person is very isolated themselves, right? They don't want to see people. They always want to stay alone. But when they go outside, when they meet someone, they become very talkative, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually generally it's better to live with someone. Always meeting each other, go together, share together is good. That you feel someone listening to me, someone supporting me. They feel is more comfortable. But somehow within the family, someone doesn't want to talk any of the family. They come back from the workplace and just have a lunch or dinner or just sit in their room. And also sometimes they never take a dinner or lunch, breakfast. They come back and just sit in room, very isolated. So when they go out, the person is okay with everybody. The person is not okay with the family, or no okay with the friend who live together. This means there's a problem between the isolated person and the person who live together. The isolated person. There's some problem. Or for example, you stay with the person is very isolated. The person always stay alone in home. They don't want to talk with you. That means there's a problem. Or you don't understand the person, or the person don't understand you. There's no common kind of topic both of you can share equally. Or there's a gap between you and the person because you follow different kind of lifestyle. When he says something, when the person says something to you, you don't understand, or you not always agree. When you say something to the isolated person, he or she doesn't understand what you are talking about, or he or she doesn't like your way of speaking, your concept, your lifestyle. There's a problem between you and the isolated person. Because the isolated person, when they go out, he or she is very talkative, he or she is very comfortable with everybody except you. Because there's no good common ground between you and the isolated person. Therefore, if you really want to, establish the good common ground between you and the isolated person, first, the person talk nonsense thing. Still, you have to say, yes, good. First, you have to agree, even though you don't like the topic, or you don't like the way of speaking, still you need to cooperate. Let him be happy. Then slowly he can think, now you understand him or her. They will start to talk with you. If you don't agree each other, not establishing like, common ground, then there's no, point to talk together. That means you must think there's a problem between me and the isolated person, him or her. Or maybe it's your problem, or maybe his or her problem. You need to think. Sometimes we have a lot of mistaken belief. We think I'm always right. What I say is right. What I think is right. You always think I'm always right. If you always think, if you really believe yourself, I'm always right, it's a big mistake. Very mistake. Therefore, you should not think I'm always right. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. Most time I'm wrong. If you have this kind of view about yourself, then somebody criticizes you, you're okay. Therefore, you must think this is your problem or him or her problem and both problem. You need to find the main cause to not talking to you, not stay with you. They always isolate. If the person has a mental problem, definitely he cannot be talkative when they go outside. So this is, I want to say, you need to find the main cause to not having common ground. Clear?
Okay, thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay.
So
Yes.
we move on to the next question.
Yes.
So it's from Sister Joanne. So Sister is asking, she do have some decorative objects such as the mini fountain, sculptures of Buddha. So is that okay to have them? Will it be offensive to Buddha?
It's completely okay. You can do, creative arts. You can build a fountain. You can make a Buddha statue. You can make any kind. So it's completely okay. So when you make a Buddha statue, make sure the Buddha statue looks beautiful, look nice. Don't make the ugly, any Buddha statue. It's completely okay. Also related to the, daily job. According to Buddhist tradition, according to Buddhism, the alcohol considered a very bad drink. We should not drink any alcohol. But some of you are Buddhists from, many generation. Still you believe yourself Buddhist. If you do the alcohol business, if you own the beer shop, still I'm not consider it's a very bad business. In order to survive, you need money. If there's no any option, this is the best option. Is okay. You do the beer, the bar business. It's okay to own the bar shop. And also some of you may have a work at the seafood. Bring like fish and things from the sea and segregate and doing this kind of job. And also I consider is not bad things. So in order to survive, again, money very important. Job is very important. No money, no job, you cannot survive. Don't think about religion. At least you cannot survive. Therefore, don't worry about what kind of job you have. Do the job with a good motivation. For example, some of you work for the seafood, like in the restaurant, whatever. When you see the seafood, the fish, shrimp, whatever, generate compassion, do some recitation and do the work. And also I really don't like to use the term seafood. Seafood, those are no food, those are sentient beings, they have a life. But we follow Western culture, we say seafood, right? So I think there are few English terms which do not suit stable in Asian culture. When you ask somebody, how old are you? Old. If you are 80 years old, you are total expired object. We never ask, how old are you? What is your age? How old, how new, right? So therefore, it's okay to have any kind of job. Don't worry, any kind of job. If you're doing, a lot of kind of, let's say, very simple example. There's a Buddhist girl. She really follow, Buddhism. She is very serious about Buddhism. Always do chanting recitation. She doesn't have a job. She need money. If she became a prostitute, right? Prostitute? Can you use the prostitute, right?
Yes.
What's wrong? So she or he, also we can use he or she seriously follow Buddhism. She very, very serious about Buddhism, no job, need money. And doing this kind of job, I not consider is a very bad job. Still okay. Next question, please.
Yes, Geshe-la, we're moving on to the next question. So Geshe-la, you spoke about mind being the subject. Compassion and impermanence is the object during meditation. In emptiness meditation, emptiness is a non-matter object to the beginners and difficult to meditate upon. What do we have to read up to strengthen our understanding?
Again, thank you so much for asking this question. Yes, you are right. For example, when we meditate on impermanence, we can see changing, daily, everyday things changing through our eyes. We can see someone is dying, someone is already dead, somebody will going to die. We can see through our eyes. Very easy to reflect on it. So meditation on emptiness, emptiness, even though, subtle impermanence, they are not physical object. You can touch, you can see it, you can feel it. No. Therefore, first you need the really good understanding. You need a knowledge about emptiness. For example, you haven't been to like in my hometown, not town, my home village, Zanskar. You never been Zanskar. Also, you never been my monastery. You don't have any idea. So then I will explain you. There's a big valley. Center of the valley, there's a big mountain. Right? You can imagine the mountain. But when I say there's a big mountain for you living in Singapore or been to China, other country, you can think the mountain is very green, lot of trees, lot of grass. No, that mountain is very dry and a high rocky mountain. Then you can have the image of the valley and with image of the mountain. The top of the mountain, I can see there's a small monastery, like door, window. This slowly you will have an image of the monastery. When you have the image of the monastery, you just hold the image in your mind. Just remember the image in your mind. Always try to remember the image. Same thing, first you take an object as a analysis object. Analyze the object of the phenomena, how the things exist. After you analyze many times, finally you will think, I thought the thing exists this way, actually it's not this way, it exists another way. When you have this kind of, experience of knowledge, then your mind just hold the image in your mind, hold the understanding in your mind. If you think many times, slowly, then the understanding of emptiness become more clear, more clear. Finally, you can see the emptiness through your sixth mind, not the eyes. Therefore, we have the conceptual mind and the direct perception. The direct perception can see the object directly. There's no imaginary. The conceptual mind has an imaginary. Right now, you are in your home. You try to imagine, you try to remember TBC, the temple. Actually look like you are seeing the temple. No, you are not seeing the temple. You are seeing the image of the TBC. As a beginner, you need to rely on the imaginary of the emptiness, not the actual emptiness. You cannot see it. Therefore, first you need to have the rough understanding, then the understanding goes more deeper, then you have a very clear image or clear kind of understanding of emptiness. This understanding, you just hold, don't let it go, hold continuously for few seconds. That means you are meditating on emptiness. Yes, next question, please.
Thank you, Geshe-la. I will move on to unmute Sister Li Hua's mic. She have a few questions for Geshe-la.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, sorry, can you unmute yourself again?
Yes, please.
Yeah, hold on, Geshe-la. Asking her to unmute. Okay, you can speak now. Yeah. Sister, we can't hear you. Are you connected to audio? I can see your picture speaking, but I can't hear you. I think got some technical problems. Sister, I start off first, the first question for you. Okay, so Geshe-la, yesterday, the Dharma teaching, you mentioned about equanimity. So if I can't do that yet, I treat my enemy as enemy, not a neutral person. Is it practical and realistic to avoid the enemy first? Else, the more times I meet with the enemy, the angrier I will get. So yeah, this is the first question first, Geshe-la.
Okay, can you repeat the question again, please?
So yesterday, Geshe-la, you talked about equanimity, right? So for this sister, she felt that she cannot do that at this moment because when she see an enemy, she will treat the enemy as an enemy. It's not a neutral person, it's an enemy. So is it practical and realistic to avoid the enemy first? Else, the more I meet up with this enemy, the angrier I will get.
Also is very important and good question. First, we must know, you must realize if you follow the Mahayan Buddhist practice, if you follow the Mahayan practice, if you really follow the Mahayan practice, the bodhicitta is the most important practice. In order to cultivate bodhicitta, you cannot, avoid. You cannot say, I don't want to practice great compassion, not say compassion, great compassion. You cannot. This means, this means bodhicitta very important. Without great compassion, you cannot accomplish bodhicitta. The great compassion, you must be compassionate for all sentient beings, all human beings. You must be compassionate for all human beings. Therefore, if you follow the Mahayan practice or practice bodhicitta, then you cannot avoid the enemy. Also, you cannot see, you cannot think the enemy as an enemy. You must have a compassion towards the enemy. If you're not really serious about the bodhicitta and Mahayana practice, then it's okay. Therefore, as Lamrin mentioned, generally look like we have a compassion towards all sentient beings. Look like we have compassion for all human beings. When you look at individually one by one, then we will realize I don't have a compassion anybody. I'm not happy my friend, I'm not happy my parents, I'm not happy anybody. That means you don't have a compassion anybody. Generally you look like you have a compassion. In the reality, you don't have. Therefore, you should not, avoid the enemy. Try to have the neutral feeling, try to have the impartiality towards between your enemy and your friends. Definitely, if you try, you can have compassion towards your enemy. Because the person became your enemy, what? What reason? Are you there? Can you answer me? Why the person became very, pure enemy with you? Please answer.
I think Sister Liwa tried to speak, but we still cannot hear her with a mic. Cannot hear you, even though you're unmuted already.
Okay.
So
look at, it's not only, she has a problem. Everybody has a problem. Somebody became your enemy. Since he or she became your enemy, we never think about, having compassion towards the person. We never think. When we think, we cannot, because we remember all the negative things about him. Therefore, here also you must remember what Nagarjuna said to the king. Okay? Also, Nagarjuna said, you must give a punishment, give a punishment to the bad person. When you are giving punishment, you're not thinking about the negativity. You think about the positive things. Give a punishment. Also, you must keep the person in the present, but you must provide the good facility. Therefore, the person became your enemy only this lifetime for short time. In the long term, the person can be your friend. Mostly, person become your friend. First become friend, then second become enemy. Am I right? Also, should not think only become enemy. Also think about, be friend with the person. Without become friend, somebody cannot become your enemy. Okay, next question, please.
It's a follow-up question from Sister Lihua, is that she felt that the person became her enemy because she think of harm is done to the person she loved. So this person became her enemy. So that is a comment. And her next question is saying that, does that mean that we are to actually equalize attachment with respect to friends and hatred with regards to enemy? Yeah.
So I think this question is not so clear because yes, naturally everybody has equal attachment towards all friends, equal, hatred towards all enemy. So I'm not sure not so clear, this question. Generally, yes, equally we have attachment towards friends, hatred towards enemy. Now we have to shift, we need to change this perception. Because look at why we have an attachment towards our friends. Because those are my friend, right? Why those are your friend? Why? Because They support you, you support them, they have you, you have them, they share with you. Therefore, you consider those are my friend. The next to the enemy are all the enemy. Why we don't have a compassion? So only this lifetime, so many lifetimes, the people which you consider your enemy, he or she, used to support many times, many years, used to have many years and many times. Therefore, enemy become for short time. He or she used to be your friend for many years, for a long time. You should think this way. Then slowly you change your view on your enemy. Next question, please.
Okay, thank you. So, Anjali, you have a question for Geshe-la. Let me unmute your mic and you can ask. So, okay. Can you unmute your mic? Yes.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
My question is that I have a family member who is very prone to anger. I try my best, I hold compassion against them, and I try to keep my calm. But I find that the calmer I am, it seems to provoke them even more. It's like they want to get a reaction. And it is only when ultimately I end up crying or something like that, that they stop. But then that cycle repeats again and again. I personally don't have anger towards them. I try to understand why they are like that, but it is very hard. So I don't know what is the best approach to take. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Again, this question is a very common question. Also, many people has the same problem. First, you're angrying each other. You angry them, they're angry with you. You always have argument, you have always fighting. Then slowly you notice anger is no good. Anger is no good. And you practice compassion, you practice patience, try to calm yourself, try to reduce anger. You become very compassionate. You don't hold any negative thoughts about them. Then it's a very serious, also dangerous. If the other people, your families or your brother or your sister, your nephew, niece, they really don't know you become very compassionate because of practice of Dharma, then they will take an advantage from you. They know you are very soft, you are very compassionate, you are okay with everything. They will take advantage. You must know, you must be very compassionate. If they're doing something wrong, if they harm you, you must respond. You must respond. You must argue back. You don't listen. But without anger, without hatred, with the compassion, with the love. There's many people think if you are compassionate, you are become stupid. It's no. That means you must respond. Therefore, according to Buddhist tradition, we have a wrathful manifestation Buddha and peaceful manifestation Buddha. You have to be very wrathful, very strong, argue back, respond back, but not anger and no hatred. Then you are talking about karma. It can be karma or it cannot be karma. We cannot say. You should not just, blame about karma. There can be, I think, a lot of misunderstanding about each other. Quite clear?
Yes, thank you very much. That was very helpful.
Thank you so much. Next question, please.
Yeah, Geshe-la, we still have 2 more questions and 1 comment. So the next question is asking, right? The person do not have enough space at home. So can the person have an altar in her own bedroom?
Generally, I know because one of my friends, she was very serious about Buddhism. She was very serious about practicing Dharma. Very serious. Also, I can see she's quite, she's quite ignorant person. ignorant person. She has the same problem. She didn't have a place to stay. She rent a room. It's very small. Then she set up a altar center of the dining hall. She put the statue, do the go do the kora around the object in the dining hall. Of course, then the family, didn't like her. Therefore, having, like a shrine, having like a Buddha room is the very ancient or, very fortunate time. Right now we are living in Singapore. Singapore is so small. All the rooms are very small. It is difficult to put an altar. Even though in your room, it's okay to you set up your small altar in your room, but you no need. At least you put a Buddha's picture or painting in your bedroom where your head side, your pillow side. You hang up a Buddha picture. Buddha picture or painting, a photo is complete okay. You don't need to set up, like a table, set up all the fruits and things. No need. No need. If you have enough space to set up altar, it's completely okay. Make sure the altar you must set up where you put your head, not side of your leg. Okay, it's completely okay. Next question.
Sure. Okay, we have Brother Hua. So Brother Hua, unmute your mic. You have a few questions. Would you like to concise them for Geshe-la? Brother Hua? Yes,
yeah,
okay, we can hear you.
Me? Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
First question, Geshe-la, and everyone, good morning. Is killing a terrorist allowed when other lives are in danger? That's my first question. My second question is a bit longer, but precious garland was directed towards the king. For lower people, how is it beneficial? Is there a systematic flow that the garland was trying to convey to the lower people? My third question was, butcher and prostitute are wrong livelihood. For survivor, there are also livelihood that one can go into, like becoming a cleaner or delivery services. Right livelihood is one of the Eightfold Noble path that one had to follow. Would there be a conflict in choice? It will be against the precept, right? If we choose the wrong livelihood, like butcher or prostitute. Yeah. So those are my three questions. Yeah.
Can you repeat the first question?
First question is killing a terrorist allowed when other lives are in danger? That means we are breaking the first precept, killing, and then our karma will be affected.
This one, I think one day I was thinking about killing. Then suddenly I have an image about a deer and lion. So the deer is running away. His deer is running. The lion also running after the deer. The deer is running, before the lion. Both of them running, right? They're running very fast, running away. Both of them running, but the deer is running in order to save his life. The lion also running after the deer in order to save his life. Both of them have the same concept. I have to run because I don't want to die. The lion also running after the deer because the lion don't want to die with the hungry. Both of them have the same idea, to survive. To survive. So the lion killing deer is really bad. You consider is very bad or not? So difficult. The lion, without killing, the lion cannot survive. As a being a lion, the lion kill animal mainly with the attachment, not with the anger. So same example, You know the lion chasing the deer for killed. You know the deer is very dangerous. Therefore, you killed the lion. When you kill the lion, still I can say you against the precept. So even also, let's say there's two persons fighting with a gun. You know, one is a very weak, one is very strong. They has an automatic rifle. Then you kill the person who has an automatic rifle. Also is no good. Even though you know there's a danger, it's no good to kill someone. It's, again, you have precept. If you have precept. Second, the precious garland. For me, I read quite often. For me, the precious garland is not for the king. Mainly, he write the text mainly for the king. When you look at all the advice, it's a very relevant advice for us, even though we are in middle family or very low family. Very simple person is very useful. At the beginning, do you remember the chapter 1? Mainly how to achieve higher rebirth, how to achieve liberation. Also, we need to take the higher rebirth. Also, we wish to achieve liberation. Second, the accumulating merit is very relevant, also very useful for the lower people. We should not think the precious garland written by Nagarjuna only for the king. No, he used the name of the king. Actually, the teaching is very relevant, very useful for everybody. Even though, let's say you are not king, still you have a family. One of your child, one of your friend, brother is not doing well, then you must need to give some punishment. Also, you know how to give punishment. Also, some of your friends or some of your relatives, doing very well. Also, you must know how to praise them. That means you can be saying you are the king of the family. Then you must learn how to look after your families. You are the king of the family. Also, you must know how to look after your friends and relatives. King not necessarily be king of the country. As a mother, you are the king of the family. Also, you must know how to look after your families, your neighbors, your relatives. If you follow the precious garland, it can be very useful. You consider yourself as a king, then you should think how I must act. Then precious garland is very stable for everybody. The third question, the livelihood. I said before that become a butcher, become a prostitute, and not consider it like a bad livelihood. Because let's say someone he or she become prostitute. So she take money according to the job. She is not taking a lot of money. If she do just one term service, take a lot of money is no good because he or she is cheating. The money come from mainly cheating is no good. If you charge the right amount, do the right service, the money is the right money, is very pure money. Then using the money, surviving is the right livelihood, not the wrong livelihood. Even though you do business, some of you do business, let's say, things cost like $10. If you charge $20, even though you are not butcher, you are not prostitute, you are businessmen and women, but you are cheating other people. Although that money, not considered is very pure and white money, is black money. Using the money, living in this money, I don't think we consider is a livelihood, it's a wronghood. Therefore, also is culture. We need to know the culture, okay? According to ancient culture, becoming, having job as a prostitute is bad according to culture. Actually, we should not consider it's very bad. We should not look down the people, you know, who do the this kind of prostitute job, he or she. So your question number 3, I said no. We should not consider it's a wrong livelihood. It's a right livelihood. Charge right amount of money, do the good service, have the money is very pure, very clean. Overcharging money, it considers a wrong livelihood. Still, the person can be very good practitioner, being a prostitute, being a butcher. Yes?
Okay. Thank you, Geshe-la. So I have 3 more to go. I have just unmuted B-Kim's mic. B-Kim want to make a comment. Yeah, B-Kim, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hey, hi. Good morning, Geshe-la.
Good morning.
Hi. Yeah, I actually just want to make a very simple comment. I mean, for me, I have practiced Buddhism in the past few years, and through meditation and understanding how the Buddhism wisdom works, it has actually improved my life and my conduct very well, and actually helps a lot in my interaction with a lot of other people. And I think people around me have also seen the change, and they had also been kind of influenced by me, not to convert to Buddhism, but in the way how I conduct, it has also helped to get them very calm. So what I wanted to say here, really a quick comment is really to thank you, because these dialogue sessions, all the questions and answers from all the brothers and sisters, really, and the answers that you have given helped me tremendously and benefited a lot, because it helps me to check on what I have been practicing, whether is it right or wrong, and whether am I actually on the right path. So my very quick comment here is that thank you so much for your words of wisdom. It has really, really helped a lot. And I want to express my thanks and gratitude to all the people on this call for sharing your challenges in your life, because it has also helped us to resonate and understand. And from Geshe-la's wise answer, I have actually really benefited. So that is all that I want to say. I just feel very thankful. That's why I want to make this comment. And of course, last, thank you so much, TBC, for organizing this. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Joyce. You're doing good things. Thank you so much. Actually, you living in the past, right?
Sorry?
Do you teach in somewhere?
No. I definitely, no, I'm not. I don't teach.
Okay. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
Thank you so much, P-Kim, for the kind words. Yeah, you also gave us also encouragement to continue. Thank you so much. So I want to move on to read the next question on behalf of this sister. So this sister read the biography of Master Tsongkhapa. So the biography mentioned about the 9 stages of attentional development. So is this refer to meditation, Geshe-la?
9 stages. Can you repeat again, please?
Yeah, 9 stages of attentional development.
Oh, yes. This is, I think, there's a particular few textbook in Tibetan language. So this is a very particular books, how we can develop the actual karma, spatial insight and karma body. So you have to go step by step. So when you reach to the 9th step, then you are very close to reaching to the karma body. Yes, you need a long explanation. I think definitely in the future somehow we will have a class about this, the 9 mental state, and the 6, I think, intention, the 4 power, so and so. So definitely we will have a class about particular this subject. Here I cannot, don't have a time to explain all the 9 stages. Thank you so much asking question, and thank you so much. Let me remind about the 9 stage.
Okay, thank you, Geshe-la. Moving on, I still have a question. So from sister Veronica, so she has two questions. First question, Geshe-la, while cultivating compassion, is it common to find the tone between selfishness versus compassion? Will meditation help or improve this conflict? This is question one. Question two is compassion and wisdom. Is there any preferred orders to focus on or to start on, or does it depend on one person's capacity?
Can you repeat the first question, please?
Sure. The first question is, while cultivating on compassion, it is common to find a tone between selfishness and compassion. Will meditation help or improve this conflict?
Yes, throne means like verses.
Torn is like a very conflicting, so it's like you being torn in between.
Yeah.
All right.
You are very right. Compassion, selfish. Actually, I cannot see there's a really thrown between compassion and selfish. Selfish, I think you are referring to the self-centered attitude, is it? Can you unmute her mic?
Yes, sure. Veronica, I will unmute you. Okay, you need to press your mic, please.
Okay, so for me, I cannot see there's a really conflict between compassion and selfish. Are you referring to selfish here, the self-centered attitudes?
Okay, Geshe-la. What I'm trying to say, okay, maybe I put the wrong word as in selfish, but as we move along, we move from, I mean, I'm trying to understand myself too. We move from selfishness, that means everything we do for our own benefits, and slowly we move up to the conditional compassion, and then we move up the ladder. So this is what I'm trying to say. Over different stages, I realize I may be torn, like how do I move up further? And we sometimes, like for example, I complain, why do I have to do this? But later I realize, I remind myself that I should do for the better good. So then this is what I meant torn. Now, how do we improve this?
Okay, this one I think still not clear for me. So you can write all sentence and send to in the WhatsApp groups. I will read. The second question, wisdom and compassion. Actually, I think last time I told you which one we must practice first, right? Which one first, which is important. Therefore, when you look at the Buddha teaching, there's a true kinds of disciple you can see. Someone is very intelligent, always analyze. They are not ready to accept what Buddha said. They do always analyze, then they follow Buddha teaching. Those kind of group, those kind of people you must learn about emptiness, do study about emptiness. Then second, you can practice great compassion. It's very, very, very useful. Very good. If you are not analytical person, you are very easy to accept everything. Then first you practice compassion. Then somehow you have to realize emptiness. Why it is important as an intelligent person to realize emptiness first? Because everybody, right? We believe we can be Buddha. We can be Buddha. Everybody believe one day we can be liberated. We can be, we can liberate from samsara. We believe. In order to have a really stable conviction, it is very important to know the emptiness of the mind, the nature of the mind. I'm not talking the conventional nature, the real nature of emptiness of the mind. For example, if I ask question here commonly, why anger able to eliminate? Why compassion not able to eliminate? Because we believe if you practice compassion, increase limitlessly. Why not anger? Why not attachment? And anger and compassion are same, mind stream or different mind stream. I ask this question to you.
Mm-hmm.
If anger and compassion is same mind stream, then anger cannot be eliminated. Anger transforms to compassion. Compassion transforms as anger, right? Therefore, if you are very intelligent, if you are a very analytical person, then first you need to analyze about the real nature of mind. Then, when you realize the truth nature of mind, then slowly, gradually, you will realize anger, attachment arise randomly. It looks like cloud in the sky. You can see, thick clouds. After a few hours, all the clouds somehow disappeared. The sky always remains very blue, very clean. So nature of the mind is look like blue sky, always clean, always free from the physical things. But when the cloud comes, it comes temporarily. Then going to disappear. Therefore, all the negative thoughts is look like the cloud in the sky. Cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
The nature of the mind is look like the truth nature of the sky. Therefore, as an intelligent, analytical person, first you need to realize emptiness. Then you practice the great compassion. Very easy. Very easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you so much. Please read your first question in written. Send in by written.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you.
Can email us. Thank you so much. Geshe-la, I'd like to wrap up today's session with Jay. Jay is still a little bit unclear about her otter in her bedroom. So let's help each other, okay? So Jay, your mic is unmuted. Come.
Geshe-la, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Geshe-la, I have a bedroom, but I have no place to put my altar, and when I sleep, my feet is facing the altar, but it's not directly at the altar, it's at the side. Is it okay?
Side is definitely okay. Side is
At the
okay.
side?
Yeah. Or right side, left side doesn't matter. It's okay to put on the side, not put the your feet side.
No.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Geshe-la.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la. I have come to the end of all the questions in the chat window. Yeah, that's right. So that's all for now. So I think, dear participants, if you have more questions, like Geshe-la mentioned, please email us, center@tibetanbc.org. Then we will pass these messages over to Geshe-la. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. So I will answer one of the questions which is asked, I think, on last Lamrim class. One of our Dharma friend asked question about the non-dual. Are you there? Non-duality. Are you there?
Yeah. Can raise up your hand? I can't remember the name. Oh, Yingping, is that you? Yeah, okay. Yingping, yes. Yingping is around. Let me unmute her. Yes. Okay, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So last time you asked a question about the non-duality. Non-dual.
Yeah.
So after you send me the copy, you are right. Actually, I think first we need to know the English term, the non-duality, non-dual, the dissolve of the non-dual. According to your Lamrim text, we have generally there's a two truth, conventional truth, ultimate truth. When we look at the conventional truth, the person who haven't realized emptiness, when you look at the conventional truth, then there's always two faces, dual, two things. The conventional thing appear in a different way, exists in another way. because we don't realize the truth nature of the conventional truth. So when you realize the ultimate truth, that means you realize the ultimate truth as the nature of the ultimate, then there's no double faces. What you see is exists. What is exists, you have realized. The conventional truth is exists different way, appear into another way. There's always a two faces. This we call dual and non-dual. According to Chitta mantra, because they don't accept the externally existence. Externally existent, according to Chitta mantra. According to Chitta mantra, there's no dual, no separate, totally separate between object and subject. According to Chitta mantra, the non-dual means there's no separate, totally separate between object and subject. Everything arises from the mind. So therefore, according to between Chitta mantra and Pasangika has a different meaning about the non-dual. So next time when you read Lamrim, you can find there's a three different kinds of the dualities. Three kinds of duality. Duality of the conventional truth, duality of object and subject, duality of the negation.
Oh,
Clear?
okay.
Okay, this I want to say you because you need a long time, so we will talk next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay, everybody, so thank you so much for attending the Q&A session.